Hello, Cmdr Hadfield from Coquitlam, British Columbia, Canada. I'm James Gill. I teach in the Reggio Inspired program at Meadowbrook Elementary, and I have a very talented class of grade 4 and 5 students. We have been doing some research around mining exploration in space. So we began by learning everything we could about mining here on Earth, and now we're wondering what applies in space. We're also wondering, after seeing your videos from the Canadian Space Agency on YouTube, what effects outer space has on the human body. So we're using science textbooks and some online resources to learn as much as we can about the human body. But we have some questions. We've each written down questions about different body systems, and we've tried to separate them into thin questions. Questions with one answer, something you can Google or look up in a book. And thick questions. Questions where there may not be one right answer. It's a tricky question. Maybe it's one of those "it depends" kind of questions. So we're going to look to you for some help. Could you please help us with our thick questions about what happens to the human body in space?
How does eating astronaut food in space for a long time affect your digestive system?
If you don't exercise in space, can your bones and muscles get reabsorbed completely?
Can you get brain damage in outer space?
My question is not about the human body. What is the scariest thing that happened to you in outer space?
My question is not about the human body. What was it like to arrive back on Earth after seeing it in space? Here's a joke for you. Why doesn't the solar system want to have a daughter? It already has a sun!
Is the eye damage you can get in space permanent or temporary?
Have you ever had a time in space where you felt sick for a minute or even an hour? If so, do you know what the cause was?
Do you want to go to the moon? And if you do, what do you want to do there? Here's a joke for you. What does an astronaut eat on Saturn? Onion rings.
So, Cmdr Hadfield, as you can see, we have some very interesting questions. I hope you'll take some time and maybe throw us some answers on our questions. You could answer by replying on Twitter, or you could send us an email, or you could make a video yourself, and we'd love to hear from you. Take care, and thanks for taking our questions.